My sister violated my privacy by reading my diary at Christmas dinner while everyone laughed at my crush on my teacher. Last week, she called at 2 a.m. hiding from her ex, so I texted him her exact location and went back to sleep. First off, no, I didn't actually send her stalker ex her location. I'm not a monster, but I did teach my sister a lesson about privacy she'll never forget. I, 27F, have always been the quiet, bookish sister compared to my older sister, 31F, who's the golden child of the family. She was the popular cheerleader with perfect grades, while I preferred the background. We've never been close, but what happened last Christmas crossed every line imaginable. For context, I've kept a diary since middle school. Nothing fancy, just a basic notebook where I wrote down my thoughts, feelings, and yes, my embarrassing high school crush on Mr. Henderson, my algebra teacher. During Christmas last year, I stupidly brought the old diary to flip through while visiting family. Nostalgia, you know? During dinner, I went to help my mom with dessert. When I came back, my sister was standing on a chair in the living room, dramatically reading from my diary to our entire extended family. Grandparents, cousins, everyone. "Dear diary," she announced in a mocking, high-pitched voice. "Today, Mr. Henderson wore that blue shirt that makes his eyes look like the ocean. I dropped my pencil just to see if he would pick it up, and he did! Our fingers touched for 0.5 seconds, and I nearly died. Everyone was literally crying with laughter. My 14-year-old cousin was recording it on her phone. When I tried to grab the diary, my sister held it above her head, turning the pages to find juicier entries. My parents half-heartedly said, "That's enough, girls," but they were laughing too. I finally snatched it back and ran upstairs in tears. Later, my sister knocked on the guest room door and said, "Geez, it was just a joke. You need to lighten up." I left the next morning and spent months avoiding family gatherings. When I tried explaining how violated I felt, my sister said I was being dramatic as usual and needed to grow thicker skin. No real apology, no recognition of how much she'd hurt me. Fast forward to last week, 2:13 a.m. My phone rings, waking me from a dead sleep. It's my sister, whispering frantic, "I need your help. Mike and I broke up 3 weeks ago, and he's been following me. I'm hiding at the Pinewood Motel off Interstate 40. I think he followed me here. Can you come get me? I'm in room 118. Mike had always given me bad vibes, and I told her so when they were dating. She brushed me off then, saying I was jealous of her relationships. Now here she was, calling me in the middle of the night, expecting rescue. I'll handle it," I said flatly. I hung up, then texted her. Someone who doesn't respect others' privacy doesn't deserve privacy themselves. I just texted Mike your exact room number. Sleep tight. Immediately after, I called the motel's front desk, explained the situation, and asked them to send security to check on my sister immediately. Then I called the non-emergency police line, reported Mike's stalking, gave his description and my sister's location. I turned my phone off and went back to sleep, knowing she was actually safe but would be terrified for a while. The next morning, my phone had basically exploded. 26 missed calls, dozens of texts, each more desperate than the last. "How could you? Please tell me you're joking. He's outside the door, I can hear him. I'm hiding in the bathroom with the lights off. The police are here, what did you do?" When I finally called her back, she was sobbing uncontrollably. "How could you do that to me? I was terrified. Security came pounding on my door at 3 a.m. and I thought it was Mike. I was hiding in the bathtub for nearly an hour. Then the police showed up." "So you're safe then?" I asked calmly. "That's not the freaking point. You betrayed me when I needed you. Kind of like how you betrayed my trust by reading my most private thoughts to our entire family for a cheap laugh." The line went silent. Then in a small voice, "That was different." "No, it wasn't. But unlike you, I made sure you were actually protected while learning your lesson. I never texted Mike your location. I called hotel security and the police."